Morning. Morning, guys. I was going to wait till 10, but I'm ready now. So, whatever. Happy Black Friday. So, I have a lot of ephemera, right? And a lot of from different brands. And of course, my main brand is going to be Tim Holtz. And every time I'm trying to look for something, I can't stink and find it. And now I can't even find the bag that I keep my ephemera in. Hang on. Where did it go? Here it is. So right now, it's just all piled in this bag. Hard to find. You know, dig. If I dump it out, my fingers get stuck to this thing. So I'm going to make a little organizer here. With this Eileen Hull little journal thing, I'm going to make 5 of these little folios. This is my prototype. So 5 will go in here because there's actually, if you put it together like this, there's 5 spaces. Now, if you don't have this, I imagine that I could tell you, but there's lots and lots of YouTubers that would show you how to make this without the dye. Good morning, Sandy. So these will fit in here like this, and they just fold out like that. And these are, this is handmade vellum, and I'm going to show you how I make my vellum. So I think we'll start there, because I have to start by warming up my laminator. I've got a hot mess here, and I already trimmed all the paper, so I've got all these wonderful leftover scraps. All right, laminator, where are you? There you are. We'll just start by getting this warmed up. And this is, I'm going to be using the 3 milliliter setting. Okay. And I have these laminating sheets, and they are, they're matte. I got them from Amazon, and I'll try and link them below afterwards. It helps if you actually power this thing on, huh? Sitting on uneven surfaces. Stop rocking. Yeah, she's up early, already out shopping. I am not going out today. No way, no how. So what I have here is I have just regular cheap run-of-the-mill tissue paper. And I'm going to take a piece of copy paper here, just so I can kind of get size. And I just cut 2 at the same time, because you need 2 for each piece. And here, let me try and get in camera here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing. Where are my scissors now? Let me get this guy out of the way. I'm a hot mess. I'm having company tomorrow, and I've got to clean up this craft room. I almost didn't go live today because I have so much to do, but yeah, I wanted to. So I'm just eyeballing. It doesn't have to be perfect because this will get trimmed down. It's very hard to keep in camera, y'all, with this stuff. So I've got my 2 pieces cut. Now I want them to be slightly smaller, or very much smaller than my piece of copy paper. They need to be trimmed a little bit here on the side. And I'm not worried that they're wrinkly or anything else. So I'm going to take my matte laminating sheet, and these are very, very thin. Fold it up. I'm going to take one of my pieces of tissue. I'm going to lay it in here. Hopefully you guys can see okay for the most part. Then I'm going to lay my piece of copy paper. Make sure that tissue is covered. And I want to make sure my copy paper is tucked up in here. Then that's the only reason I'm using the copy paper, because I don't want this thing to crinkle up on me as laminating things do. And then I'm going to put the next piece on top. Lay this down and smooth it out. And now we just wait for the laminator to heat up. pumpkin pie for breakfast. Hey, that's a good idea. Hi, Pam, Sandy, Renee. Let me scroll back here, see if I missed anyone. I got Melissa. Melissa. Oh my gosh. I had ham, of course, with my breakfast long time ago. Okay, laminator's ready, so here we go. I'm just gonna turn it this way, and I'm gonna send my sheets through, try and get them in straight. That's my biggest thing, is getting the darn things in straight. So I got this laminator on Amazon for about 20 bucks years ago. Ooh, yummy turkey and stuffing sandwich. You know what I love is to take like an Italian focaccia bread, however you say it, like a flatbread, and then spread cream cheese, and then spread cranberry, and then spread turkey, and eat it. Oh yeah, it's delicious. And if you're not a bread eater, I guess you could just cut 2 thin pieces of turkey. But I cut my turkey breast in like 1-inch chunks. I cut the whole breast off and then slice it into 1-inch chunks. Oops, looks like I got a hair in there. That's okay. Well, I mean, you could eat, yeah, it's got to have the cranberry sauce. I imagine you could eat it without it, but yeah, I got to have cranberry sauce. Okay, let me put this away because we're just going to do one because I've already done multiples. So now we've got this old crinkly looking piece, right? I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim below where the paper is. You can kind of see the tissue. Kind of. They'll not be perfect because these are going to be cut into pockets. So there I've got one piece of vellum. Get this piece of paper out of here and save it for something else. 2 pieces of vellum. Because vellum's expensive, y'all. I mean, you could use regular vellum for the pockets, but it's expensive. And then I made some with the Tim Holtz Christmas paper. So you can kind of see through it. Not real good, but you can see through it, at least the white spots parts on it. So that's how I make vellum when I'm making my own. So now for the, let me just move that aside a minute. Now these papers are cut, this is 120 pound accent opaque paper, and they're cut at 8 1/4 by 6 1/2. So 6 1/2 is the long side. Even though this is the long side, this is where we're going to fold in half. And what I'm going to do, just to show you, I already know because I've been testing it, is I like to take my Tim Holtz ruler, so I know these are cut at 8 1/4, and I like to zero it out, so I know that each side should be 4 1/8, and then I'd make my marks on either side of the zero, so I've got a 1/4 inch gusset. I lost my pencil. Here it is. I've got a 1/4 inch gusset. Turns out, you're going to score that at 4, flip it over, and score it at 4 again. So, where is my... And I don't know what's wrong with this scoreboard, but it doesn't like to keep my tool. So, I've got my 4 inches right here. Like, it likes to wander off. Flip it over, and 4 inches right here. See, it's going to try and wander off on me. There we go. And then I'm just going to fold. And when I fold these, to make sure that it doesn't like crack, I just do it slowly. Like pinch it slowly. And then once it's kind of trained down, I go ahead and burnish. And when I'm burnishing, I like to flip it over and make sure both sides are even before I burnish it down. You know that the tops and bottoms aren't, you know, cattywampus. Okay, so we've got this one. Now my prototype I just left white, but I don't want these to be white. That's not my thing. But I'm going to make another. I'm going to score it 4. Ooh, I love New York cheesecake the best. And then I'm going to flip it over and score it 4. Because this is super heavy paper, that it would tend to sometimes crack. I really haven't had a lot of problems with the accent opaque cracking. I ordered this paper 3 months ago. It took 3 months to get here. It must have come all the way from China. Thank you, Pam. So the idea here is to put these together like yay. But I still want a pocket there. I don't like to waste any space. So I'm going to go ahead and create a thumb notch. I think I'll make a bigger one. Let me see if I can find my bigger notch maker. Yeah, I like that better. Try and eyeball it centered. And now, since I don't want these plain, I have to make a decision. So this will go like that. I have to make a decision how I'm going to decorate them. Go like that. I could use paper. It doesn't matter, Melissa. You can call me T like a golf T, or T like a capital T, or Tracy, or not afraid of color, whatever. You know, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna just do some ink blending on here. I'm gonna use old paper. I want it fairly light in color. Where is my old paper? Spongy sponge. This one will work. And now this paper, it doesn't get along well with getting wet, super wet. So I'm just gonna ink blend it a bit. Not anything major. Even though, you know, I'll keep my ephemera in it and look through it all the time. I am going to use a little bit of water, just not a bunch. I was thinking about grabbing some overtime from work today, because Black Friday is actually a Verizon holiday, so it's a paid day off. So if you work, you're making the big bucks. Now I don't need to do the inside portion of this, but I do need to do the outside portion. there's one color. Let's do second. Oh, you know what? I think I'll do some stenciling on here. Nothing major. Yeah, Mike and I, we need yesterday morning I decided that I would clean out the refrigerator before I cooked. And so I had it open so much the light bulb burned out. I'm going to grab peeled paint here. And I'm just going to do a little bit of stenciling. I don't want to do like major decorating on here because, you know, it's going to be covered. But I also don't want it plain. Just willy-nilly here, nothing major. Okay, and then, of course, I want to distress it. Oh, that's okay. And then once I've distressed it, I'll get water on it. Anybody gonna do Defember-ember? I can barely even say Defember-ember, let alone do it. With Louisa Heinzel and Barbara from 49 Dragonflies. I think it'd be fun. I don't know if I'll do it or not. It just depends on time. I need to make videos, you know, ones that pre-recorded. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna throw some antique linen on here in my spray, if I can find it. There's frayed pearlette. Okay, y'all, I can't stick and find it. Do you hear me lifting every single bottle? I do not. I had color code caps on them, but they fell off. Well, I've got oxide, so that'll work. I've got oxide. I know I have ink, but I can't find it right now. I'm not going to make you guys sit there while I hunt down things. I'll grab my splat box. Oh, I can't watch somebody and work. Can't do it. Okay. And then and antique linen did some trippy stuff when it got wet, didn't it? Let's get it dry. We're watching Bluey instead of football. Oh, eight guests. Nice. It was just me and Mike. That was okay too. I would say overall not bad with the Accent Opaque 120. I don't know what the heck I got there, but I kind of like it. All right, so that's going to go here. So I need to do this one, and I don't necessarily need to do here except for right up here where the thumb notch is going to show through. Just go there. And let's go in with the old paper. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. I just said I didn't need to. Durr. See, when you're going to get it wet and do all kinds of... I keep trying to do that side and I don't need to. Oh, look at that. Cool. You're going to get it wet and spray stuff on there. How you blend this stuff on doesn't matter. You know, if you're doing a sunset scene or something like, well, it still doesn't matter. You just do it. Okay. Grab our stencil, get some peeled paint down on there. Of course, you can do each folio section any way you want, and everything else that I'm doing, I'll be doing off camera. In my spare time, whatever that. I thought that when I went to work early mornings and I got off work at 3:15, I could have plenty of craft time. But believe it or not, with my job after work, I'm so burnt out that it's hard for me to craft. I'm like, well, that didn't really work out well. Get that out of my way. It's making my thing slip. Okay, and let's get some edge distressing. Would you get homesick? Don't you live in Alaska, Melissa? I guess you could get homesick for Alaska. I get homesick for Oregon all the time. I don't really need to do these corners because I actually intend on trimming them down, but you could decorate these with paper, but I'm saving my paper for actual, you know, cards and other stuff. Although I have a whole thing of impulse buy this. Because Joanne had a sale, this Christmas Bow Bunny paper. So I may do some pages with that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, where'd my splat box go? It ran away from me. Oh, there it is. Where here it is. Oh, no hair in the spot box. Am I making my own? Yeah, I always do. I'm not sure, but I think you mean to say tools. Stupid autocorrect, right? Okay. So then this one is going to go right there. Okay, and I'm going to use liquid glue for that portion. If I can find it. Here it is. I'm terrible at laying down a good line of liquid glue. I need to invent something. Oh, y'all have an idea in brewing, and I'll make a video if it actually works. But I think it's gonna be something cool and different. I like to be different, you know that. Okay. Make sure that's nice and even. Make sure this folds proper. Oxide feels weird when you burnish it. And then I'm going to round these corners. And I'm going to do 4 millimeters because that's what the corners of the thingy-mabob seem to be. All right, now, when I'm doing my vellum, I'm using this 1/8 inch tape from scrapbook.com. And I want to do, I think I'm going to do a regular pocket here. So we need his measurement. This needs to be about 3 and, well, let's get it all the way, about just a hair under 4 inches wide. And I think I'm going to go 3 tall, so 4 by 3 on my vellum. Let's go with a plain vellum. So the beauty of making your own vellum too is you've got a side that has tooth that will actually stick. Yeah, it is a deep pocket. But for instance, so there's that. So we're gonna go, now let's go ahead and cut this. I'm gonna go a little under 4 by 3. Now I know none of these edges are perfectly straight, so I'm gonna use the lines on my trimmer. And let me This has a little bit of a funky edge on it. Let me trim off that funky edge. Okay, a little under 4. And then I can get my 3. But maybe I want my pocket to have a little bit of color to it. So I'm going to grab, got an antique linen ink here. And I'm going to grab one of my ink brushes. I'm just going to lightly ink it so that it's not white. I wouldn't want to use an oxide because then I'd lose my translucency. Let's do a little thumb notch in here. Hi, babe. Hi, Delina. And then I'm going to use this tape to stick it down. And I don't care if you see it. It doesn't matter to me. This is functional more than anything. This is this 1/8 inch double-sided tape is pretty cheap, by the way. Burnish it. Trim off any excess. And get my tweezies. Yeah, I ate so much last night that I couldn't go live. Plus that I injured my back yesterday. And it was pretty bad. It's a little better today after sleeping on it, but okay. So I'm going to get this. Okay, so I ended up too big. I don't know how that happened. Fuzzy measurements. Still too big. Doesn't matter if I'm trimming a little off of this, except for it's going to get my scissors really sticky. Come on. And it might pull the tape off, we'll see. So that probably should have been 3 3/4. Because you don't want it to go over. You could always just fudge it here too. Oops. No. I'm going to have to trim it off. There's just no two ways about it. Careful. Try my clean scissors here. That's probably going to be more like it. Oh, still not there. That's just crazy. That should do it. See, I still got plenty of sticky on there. There we go. All right, so there I've got a vellum pocket. And probably should wait for everything to dry. Let's do a little extra piece of tape here. That's what happens when you demo. Come on. That'll stick to me, no problem. Seriously? Come on. I need some more hands. Of course, you could glue it too, if you wanted to. We got one pocket, and then I want to do kind of a belly band right here. And I'm going to just take, because I trimmed my paper earlier to 8 1/4, so I've got a bunch of 1/4 inch strips. So I'm just going to, yeah, create a little belly band, a little one. Now let's get this measurement right, because I have got fuzzy measurement here. Ow! Ouch, those are pointy. Okay. Let's go 3. It's about 3 7/8. Just gonna go a wee bit under, and I have just made myself bleed, I think. Good. And I can't measure, I can't cut a straight line even if it's that small of a piece. So I have to use my trimmer. Where did my, here it is. See? Yeah, that's about perfect. Okay. Now we'll use liquid glue for this. So maybe I might put the frames in there like I did the other one. Who knows? Who knows? But what I do know is that I'll have pockets on all of these, and then I'll have 5 of them within this journal. That should hold all my Christmas Tim Holtz ephemera nicely, comfortably. So let's do a corner pocket over here, and let's use the want to go kind of high, so I know that this is 6 1/2, and I know that this is 4. So first of all, I'm going to trim it off straight. Okay. So if I go, I want to go 4. This is a little bit long. I'm going to trim this down some, about 3 inches or so. I know that this right about here is 6 1/2. Trim off the white space. So we'll go 4. Yeah. I want to go just a eensy bit under 4. And then let's go, I think I want to leave 1/2 inch, so let's go 6. And then what I like to do to make my corner is I like to have the point, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the point in this kind of ridge. So that it has a little lip there. And all these are usable pieces too. I'm going to use my tape. This tape, though, it does come unwound. Like this little thing is pretty weak. The thing that's in the middle and it falls out. Where's the end? I lost the end, you guys. There it is. You could glue this if you wanted to. I'm going to tape it. Because again, if you make your vellum this way, you've got a side that has tooth that can hold this. It's not plastic, it's still paper. And I think I want to, actually before I get that tape down, I think I want to go in with my antique linen and stress this a bit. From the other side, you can't really do this on vellum. Well, you can, but... And then I'll take this tool, grab a little vintage photo, and just do the inside. You can't really see it, so you can go pretty dark with it. There we go. So it went from being clear white to more of a grungy, dirty look, which is what I'm looking for. And most of the time when I do pockets and stuff like that, I'm doing them on the fly. I'm not doing perfect measurements or anything. I'm just doing my thing. Okay, so I want to make sure that that sits evenly. And if it hangs over, I can just flip it over and trim it off. It doesn't really. Just right there because, you know, I had that mitered corner. There we go. So I can fit the bigger pieces in here. And then I believe I'll do something similar on this side with the plain vellum. I'm just going to go a little under 4. This is way crooked, so let's just trim it off a little over 4 first. Flip it over. We'll do 6. And let's see, this pocket is going to go this way. Better think that through. Think it through, dingus. Which way are you going with it? This is the paper that sticks down. Do a little pattern vellum here. And I think I'll just leave it plain white. Hi Meg, happy holidays. They haven't even started kind of really, and I'm kind of done. I'm not going to distress this one. I'm just going to leave it plain other than the little pattern on there. Okay, sorry about that. I lost my tweezers again. There they are. These are my extra hands. I bought an extra pair. Getting really close to giveaway time for those pencils. I need about 78 more subscribers to hit that magic 2,000 mark. Just turn that off right there. I just cleaned my scissors yesterday. I'm going to have to clean them again. So we've got places for ephemera here, belly band, place for big stuff, another place. Could even do more pockets if you wanted to. I'm going to flip it over and do these sides. And if I think it through, so this one goes in, this one goes this way, I should put another corner pocket on this side here, so that like I have some ephemera that's 4 inches, so it might stick out a little, so I have to take that into consideration, because I couldn't even really do a belly band, right? But if it sticks out a little, that's okay. Yeah, I'm making an ephemera folder so that, and I showed earlier in the video how I make my handmade vellum. Homemade vellum, I should say. Okay, so again, we want to go 4. Let's work on the straight side. Little itty bitty bit under 4. And go by 6. It's not perfectly straight, so let me flip it and make sure it's straight. And then thinking it through, okay. Let's grab some fun here. Now, when I do this, right, it's got to look like that, so I need to have it on here upside down. Let's do I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Bum, ba-da, 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 ba-ba. Morning, Nancy. Hi, Myra. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and just distress this out a bit too. If I can find the right brush. I'm starting to pile up a mess here, y'all. You could probably even do water effects and stuff on the inside of this, because again, it's paper. That ink is wet, so I don't want to smudge it around too much. I don't mind a little though. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what happens. Delina, that's handmade vellum. I make it with tissue paper. So this is the Tim Holtz tissue. And you can go back and watch the replay if you want. And this is some matte, what do you call this thing? I forgot. A laminating folder. So I basically put a piece of tissue. I put a piece of copy paper and another piece of tissue in between this and send it through my laminator. All right, Pam, take care. I'm going to go ahead, and I don't want to take heat to this. I don't think that's going to be the best idea. Because, you know, I don't want it to get all funky on me. Oh, that looks cool. I like it. So, and it's fairly dry. I might just zap it just a sec. Yeah, that's enough. I don't want it to get weird. So yeah, so it makes it durable. It makes it so that you can decorate the inside. It makes it so you can glue it because it's got tooth on the back side versus regular vellum, which is plastic on both sides. Yes, at least Thanksgiving is a holiday off. That's true. Well, it depends. I mean, it was for me, but it's my normal day off. So if it wasn't, I had to bid for it. I'm off Christmas, but I had to bid for it. But if I don't mind working Christmas because it's real quiet. I can sit there. What I do is I just print out a bunch of, you know, my printables, my printable ephemera, and then I just sit there and cut it out all day long. Roasting hot right now. Tweezers. And plus, vellum's so expensive. I think these laminating sheets, I might have paid $10 for 100 of them. And then the tissue you can get at the dollar store. All right. I'm going to work from the side here. Make sure that's all nice and even. Press down. Get it with my bone folder. Trim off any excess because I'm a horrible aim. Or, you know, sometimes when you're cutting plastic, things like to slip around on you. I'll just cut off that excess. And there we've got that pocket. So that's the pocket that's going to go here. That's going to allow me to put things in that can stick out. Then we'll need a pocket here. I would like to have a group of pockets. I wonder how I could do that. There's a die that makes that, but I don't have it. Like stacked. I could obviously stack them myself. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I can go 3. I have to start at the top. Yeah. What died? Oh, okay, gotcha. Your dryer. Yeah, I had to clean out my fridge yesterday. It's been a long time because, you know, mostly I work and I do this. All right, so I've got to think this through. I think I want to do, I'd have to go one on top of the other on top of the other. I'm going to start with this one. First of all, I want to cut it where it's straight. Luckily, I got that little music there to kind of give me a guide here. Okay, so I want to go a little under 4. I want to go 6. Looking for my notcher thingy. Where are you? You guys see it anywhere? There it is. So that'll go, and then I need to do, I think I'll do plain ones under that. And this is just a little too wide, I think. Well, I mean, it's actually perfect if I'm a good aim. So that was 4 by 6. I've got scrap here that I should use before I start cutting into more vellum. Could do that. That's going to have to go this way though. Oh, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Oh, here's more scrap. There's what I'm looking for, these. I want to go there. That'll work. I don't care. We'll cut that to 4. Thank you, Nancy. I'm trying to make something to hold all my Tim Holtz ephemera. Just my Christmas ephemera. I need about 8 of these to hold all my Tim Holtz ephemera. I mean, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I just want that straight. Yeah, the thingy is definitely the technical name. So we'll put the finger notch in here. Thumb notch, whatever. And do there. All right, so I need to, I'm getting messy here. Good thing I'm almost done. Yes, yeah, I got a lot of cleanup to do before I have my company tomorrow. Wouldn't want anybody to think that I was an actual crazy crafter. Yep, I want to do that to this one too. And I think I'll leave the bottom one completely clear. Okay. Go right about there. No measurement, just clip and go. Let's do this one. Just want to make sure that it's 4 inches wide. Come on, get in there. Just a hair under 4. And then just make sure it's straight. As straight as you can. You know. You know. Hi Sherry, thank you. I mean, it was just a regular day, only I cooked the feast because I was hungry for the feast. Now what happened here? Why would you do that? Oh, you stink. Where's the other one? Let's try again. Let's go a little bit lower. All right, this thing is losing it. It's losing it. It's lost the plot. Well, that looks like hammered dog do. That's fine. I'm not going to stress too much. It's just for holding my ephemera. All right, now let's put these together. Tape. I had to get that song stuck in my head. And therefore yours. You know, I just had those little scissors in my hand. There they are. So you could do this with any tissue paper. Make this pretend vellum. I'm not calling it vellum, but it's acts like vellum, so yeah. Hi, Donna. Right. Now comes the tricky part, getting this on here straight. There we go. Yeah, Dollar Tree does. So, yeah, I mean, definitely. And then I have just about all of the Tim Holtz papers, you know, tissue. Yeah, you could do those too. It'd be very cool looking. I can see I got a little extra wide there, but that's okay. I'll trim it a bit. You could use red line tape. I absolutely hate red line tape because I hate cutting it. Because you see how many times I lose my scissors in a sitting. So therefore, trying to keep track of the tape and the scissors Nah. If I were making like a joint of some sort, I think I would consider a stronger tape, but this tape's just fine. Back to work tomorrow, and it's going to be a madhouse, I tell you, because of all the Black Friday and Black Friday weekend sales. Don't you stick till I tell you you can stick. Okay. And that's going to go here. I'm going to trim it just a hair. Yeah. Let's see here. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did you go? Whoa. This one, I didn't use tissue paper, but I used paper and I laminated it. The only thing is when you bend a laminate, you get that weird white looking stuff in there. No getting around it. Okay. Seriously, just trimming a hair off of here. All right. Tape. We're almost done with one of them. Many more to go, and I think I'm going to use my pattern paper on the other ones the old-fashioned way. I'm still going to use the vellum, obviously, because I want to be able to see, mostly see my ephemera. A lot going on tomorrow. I think Tim Holtz is having a marathon. We got Stamp Wars. We got sales everywhere. It's that time of the year. Could I make it using the Minc? I don't know if you can laminate in the Minc. It probably, but here's the thing though. My observation is that when you use this matte laminating folders, they're really, really thin, and so you want to use the lowest heat. Like on my laminator, I use the 3 instead of the 5 milliliter. So you just want to make sure you use a low heat. I'm sure it'll laminate because that's what it does. Okay, let's get this straight, Trace. And we did. We got it straight. Flip it over here so I can burnish that down. One more pocket to go. So we go that. See, I have to think about how it's going to be inside of here. That's going to fold out. Yeah, so this is going to fold out like this. It doesn't really matter, but I'm definitely going to put just a corner pocket in that one too. And I've got one already made. That'll work just fine. Yeah. Thank you, Delina. All right, y'all, here it is. Oh, it's almost getting time for me to order another one of these. They're, I think, $2. A lot of times scrapbook.com gives them away for free. Like with a purchase. And I'm going to go and rest my back so it will heal in time for work tomorrow, because otherwise I have problems sitting all day. Yep, I figure if I've got 5 of these, I will be able to organize all my Christmas ephemera. Then I have to make one for Halloween. Then I have to make a couple for every day. All right, so let's put stuff in it now. So, for instance, this short pocket I made. See all these? Oh, I could even make smaller tucks in there for those. I think I will, but different page. Let's see. Okay, so I decided like these big ones can go here. Because it's okay if they stick out a little, because they're sticking out on the far side of the thingy-ma-boo. Oh, words are hard. I know. Okay, for instance, and I've got ephemera all over the place, by the way. Let's do some. This is just the stuff I put in there because I needed the container it was in. Usually I put it in this. I have the lids to these scrapbook.com things. But I needed a place to put all my bling. So I stole it from myself. Okay, and then, oh, here's a little deer. He's delicate. Maybe he should go here in the belly band. And I'm going to definitely need places for small ephemera too. Let's see here. I can put bigger stuff than that in that one. All I know is it's almost impossible for me to pick up this stuff off of here. This isn't a Tim, but it's one that I made. Like here's some leftover this stuff, which I love those. Those are so much fun. Yep, I'm going to need little, like 1-inch little tucks for all these little things. And this is how I'll be able to easily find what I need. And don't you fall out of there. You can go over here. And of course, I should sit and organize this myself. That'll take me forever, but it'll give me something to do when I'm not feeling crafty. You know, you have those days where you just kind of feel, yeah, I'm not having it today. Mojo's gone. See, taller stuff can go in there. These can go here. A lot of times I don't even know what I have because it's buried and I'm too lazy to dig for it. All right, guys, that's what I got for today. So I'll continue to work on this offline. Maybe we'll do some work with it next week if I haven't finished it, because I have to cover these, and I have to I'll probably put a few signatures in here too that I don't know. We'll see. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and if you missed the beginning, go back and watch the replay if you want to see how to make this sort of this faux vellum. So you have some see-through stuff that you can glue and it's not too slick on one side, and you could color and everything else. Yeah, I gotta clean too. Thank you everybody for coming to hang out today. Happy Black Friday. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy, and take care. Bye-bye.